Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Insidious50 here, and today we're going to be changing the oil on my 2013 Mustang GT. And for you guys out there that I've been watching, I'm going to be helping you teach you as well how to change oil. I've never done it on this car, so I don't really know what to expect. I did some online research about how much oil and all that stuff, so I know what I need to prepare myself, but I'm going to try and educate you on how to do it. You're going to be needing a number of things, but first let's get started with the oil. So my engine is a 5-liter V8, which takes 8 quarts of oil, so I have a 5-quart, and then I have individual quarts here. I just chose, just if you have a high mileage car, just use high mileage oil. I want to use an oil that runs really well when the engine is hot, because I run the engine really hot all the time. I chose my oil filter here. Oil filter sizes can be really difficult to understand. So basically the easiest way that you can do it is go online, go to your AutoZone or your O'Reilly, whichever store that you want, even online on Amazon. Just search in Google your car's year, make, and all that good stuff, an oil filter. And usually you can find somewhere online with a little, I guess, numbers and letters and such like that, and you can match it to the oil filter that you need. Typically, some stores will have things that you can mismatch your car and say, yes, they don't fit for this car, if that makes any sense. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments or give a call to your local auto parts store and they will definitely answer those for you. But it's just a little confusing with these. I don't really know how to explain it. So, oil filter, good, boom. If you even want to replace your oil filter, you don't always have to, but generally it's a good idea to do it every time. You're going to need something to catch all your oil with. This is a 16-quart jug, I guess you can say. You need something to catch the oil with that'll hold, I don't know, 5, 6 quarts, whatever your car is. So make sure you have something. You don't always have to use this, but it's easiest to use these because you can just kind of plug up the holes and you can take it to your AutoZone or your store and they can deposit the oil there, etc., etc. Now, if your car is low enough, you're going to need a jack. Car's pretty low, so I'm going to use a jack. If you don't have a jack, they can be a little expensive. They're actually not that bad, to be honest. You can buy a small one for a decent amount. But if you don't have a jack, you can always put your car up on pieces of wood. For example, put like a couple pieces of wood here, drive it up onto it, and hopefully that should be enough clearance. If it's not, you can always add more and more, but be very careful with it because it does get dangerous. Now, if you are going to be using a jack or lifting your car in general, you're going to need something to stop it with. So pieces of wood, or these, which are made for it. I'm going to put these behind the wheels. You can also use wood, anything that'll stop your car from moving in case it starts to roll for whatever reason while you're working on it. And you will be needing a funnel of some sort to make it easy so you don't spill everywhere. You're also going to need some jack stands because it is never, ever, 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 ever safe to let your car sit on a jack. That is really dangerous. Don't do it. Now, the only thing you're going to need for tools, I'm not even 100% sure because I haven't even been under there yet, but you're going to need some sort of wrench. I'll throw them on the screen right now, what sizes they are, because I don't know exactly what sizes they are. So I'm going to go under and find out. Forgot to put these under there. Good thing I remember before I got the car off the ground. Alright, I couldn't show you because the car was too low to the ground, but if you've never jacked up a car before, you're going to want to do it along the metal frame. You can kind of see it right there. Let's see, my finger, that's the metal frame. You're going to want to jack it up from something like that, but generally in the center. What I always jack it up is right there. You can see it connected to the metal frame there. If you don't really know, look for welds and that sort of thing. Don't ever jack it up on plastic. You're just gonna break the plastic. My vehicle has 3 little wavy lines that you can always kind of see it from, so I know where to jack up mine. All right, and when it comes to putting this down, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to find your frame and put it right under it. As you can see for me, I'm going to be putting it under that frame right there. I like to have it I like to have it like right in there. You can kind of see how I'm gonna grab it. The teeth are gonna grab it into the hole and it should hold it just. Okay, now that you have the car up on its jacks and you have removed, or the stands and you removed the jack, whatever you want to call it, my car has a big giant fat piece of plastic that I have to remove, unfortunately. It even says, let me flip you upside down, remove for oil service. Yay! So I get to remove that entire plastic piece there. You can see a screw there. So I am going to go ahead and get to removing that. Alright, so all we had to do was just use this 8mm to get that plastic cover off. There was just 2 bolts I had to work with. Alright, and now that that is open, you can see, if I can get my camera in there, there is our filter that we're going to be doing, but we will be getting to that in just a minute, and I still have yet to find out where the drain plug is for the engine. I'm believing it's farther back, is my guess. Alright, and I am an idiot. I found it. It is right there. You can tell by that as being the oil pan. Typically, the drain plug is what that is you could find it towards the very back bottom end of the engine. If you can tell, this is the very, very bottom of the engine. Just look up into the car and you can kind of see where the front and the back of the engine is. Look for a big, giant, fat bolt. I'm not sure the size of this, maybe 16, 15, 14 millimeters maybe. We'll get into that in a second. Unscrew it and make sure you have your pan ready, and yeah, that's pretty much it there. Alright, so I finally got it. Took me a while. You can kind of see the stream there, that little black line going into it. That's the oil there. Took me a really long time to figure out what size it was because I was doing the wrong size every time. It was a 15mm, and I was really messy about it. Make sure your engine is somewhat cool. Look at that, it's almost done. Oh, and you know what I also forgot to do? Do this. Open that so the oil will flow out better. That's probably why it was sputtering a little bit there. Yeah, now it's just kind of slowly going down. You can kind of see it there. Yeah. But so now that you have that done, we're gonna let this sit for a little bit, drip out for a while, and then we're gonna go and replace the oil filter, which is gonna be a lot messier than my terrible job. A few more minutes and we'll take out the oil filter. Okay, so once you have it out, inspect it just to make sure the washer or the little rubber padding in there isn't have any cracks or is warped at all. And it looks like it's good, so we're gonna move on. Alright, and into the kitchen we go. So what I am doing here is I'm doing a little homemade remedy catch can, I guess you could say. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the bag that we actually use buying the oil. And we're going to make a makeshift little thing that'll catch the oil that'll come out of the oil filter. So we're going to place this under once we have it nice and loose. And we're just going to keep screwing. It's going to start dripping, pop it off, and there should be a little bit. It should fill it up pretty close, probably up to maybe where the tip of my finger is, maybe up there. It's not too deep, but hopefully we don't have any spills. That's the goal. It's not spill everywhere. I would use the bigger one, but there's a giant metal piece that's under it, and I don't want to get oil all over that. There we go. Not a drop anywhere else. Okay, now that you have the oil filter taken out, you're gonna put a little bit of oil in there. Not too much, just a little bit. Just put it on the rim there. There we go. Use your finger to lube up the gasket here. All right, and let's screw it all in. I'm leaking everywhere. Gosh dang it. I did put too much in there. We're gonna try and screw it in as quick as possible. And now it's lubed up, so now I have to dry this thing off. Alright, I'm gonna wipe it down with this oily rag that I have. Alright, now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. Make sure it's tight. When you put it in, make sure it's clean and tight. Very tight. I don't remember the exact pound. Very tight. Got it in. That's uncomfortable. So here's the aftermath. If you have a brand new tub, look for metal flakes. This is a used tub, so there's all sorts of little metal flakes. Looks like shininess. That is bits of your engine. If it's really bad, that's not good. You might want to look into that. But yeah, we got that taken care of. We have our filter here. We're gonna actually set. Oh Jesus! We're gonna set this slippery guy right in here, and he's gonna leak out and slowly drain out. Eventually we'll just throw him away and we'll get rid of the oil properly. We'll drain this out into there, leave that off camera. So now what we're gonna do, we have the plug in, we got the filter in, get our funnel and fill her up, and then we'll be pretty much done. Alright, make sure you run it for a minute, for a few minutes. Oh yeah, listen to that exhaust. Sorry. And you're gonna check for leaks. You're gonna wait a while, just look on the ground. If you see any drips, turn it off, tighten everything, try and find out where the source is. That's pretty much it. Alright, well that is pretty much it. It runs fine, everything is smooth. Oil's good, everything's tight, no leaks for now. Just for the next couple of days, just keep an eye on it, make sure your oil level is fine and you're not leaking anywhere. Just check when you park for a while, just check underneath it and make sure there's no puddle of oils coming out. So I'm just gonna take the jack stand, pump it up, lift it, take all the stuff off, and then I'll be good to go. Another thing that's really important. Okay, we don't want copyright strikes. There we go. Now, every car, most cars at least, are going to have little warnings saying that you need to change your oil. So, For this one, obviously mine says change engine oil soon. So yes, we just did that. So my car is nice and easy. We can do it manually. We just go into the settings and etc, etc. Now you're gonna want to do the exact same thing in your car, except for your car isn't gonna have that. So you're gonna go online, look up your car's make and all that stuff. If you don't have this handy machine that you can reset it from, and usually there's like a button, then you can press it, you can reset the miles and stuff, but you're gonna wanna hold it for like 10 seconds or something. It'll reset the oil life. That's what you're going to go and do. Look it up online and you can figure it out there. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. If you have any issues or anything, let me know. I can try and help you out as best as I can. Oil changes really aren't that difficult. They're very easy, simple thing. Save you tons of money in the long run. I spent maybe $70 on all the oil, and this is a good oil. It's not like a crap oil. And it's 8 quarts, so it's a lot. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. Peace out.